BMW 2073 here. Well, I did say that I was not going to do a valve lapping video, but there's just not enough of them out there on the BMW. Okay, so I figured that I would lap one valve, and I'm not going to use this junk. Don't use these. They don't work. If you can get them to work, you're a better man than me, I guess, because they don't stick. They're trouble. So what I'm going to do is, you see what I have set up here. What it is, like a shirt. Okay, so what it is, it's a piece of rubber hose that I have wrapped in Gorilla Tape. That way it'll keep it from like twisting up like a piece of licorice or something. So and then I've got a chuck, a number 2 or 3 Phillips head chuck for an impact down in this end to go into the drill, and the valve's going to go in this end. As I said, it's wrapped all the way down in Gorilla Tape, so it'll keep it from twisting around like that. Let's see. Okay, so let's go ahead and do one real quick. Let me zoom in. See if I can zoom in real quick. About right there. About right there. Because I'm going to just do the cylinder 1, the valve 1 here on the exhaust side. I cannot do the intake side yet because I'm still waiting on my spring compressor to these upper springs up here, and it's in Mississippi. So they should be here tomorrow. The spring compressor should. So what you want to do is you want to get this thing. I've already lapped them. I'm just going to lightly do it again just to show you. You just want to dab a little bit on here. About like that. That's way more than enough. Okay. And then I kind of just go around it like this. It's probably pretty good right there. That's pretty good. And just squirt a little bit of oil on your stem here. I've got a piece of cardboard. It's not going to get on my floor or nothing. There we go. That's good right there. Okay, so when I push this through, it's going to come through this side, obviously, but I don't want that oil on there, so I need to grab a rag. And I thought I brought one in here. So I'll just grab a paper towel. So I'll just use this paper towel here and to wipe off the excess oil, because it'll slip off with the little tool I made here. Okay. Alright. Okay, so I found it to be easier just to actually take it off, then put it on. It's probably pretty good right there. I think I can live with that. Okay. That's probably going to be pretty good right in there, I guess. Now push it out like that to seep the compound again. Now I'm going to just hit reverse on the drill. You don't want to go wide open with this. Okay, that's going to be good right there. I like it. Okay. And just pull it off of your valve stem. Put it back on here, that way it'll hold it. Oops. It's okay, let it stay. Let it be where it is. Let me show you here exactly. You want to obviously wipe out here. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay. You just don't want to go crazy with that drill, okay? You don't want to just go, you know, crazy, all crazy with it, because it can mess stuff up. That's why people kind of steer away from the drill method. That looks really good. If I can focus in, as you see, looks like it made a pretty decent. There we go. All the way around. Okay, so, and with that, that's going to make sure that you're going to get a good seal on that, okay? And then you just, see if I can zoom in and show you the valve seat. See if it'll show. Okay, let's see if I can do that. Let's get the phone, bring it over here. So turn this on. So now, sorry about the camera. All right, here we go. See, you can tell that's going to make a beautiful seat. Okay. And I mean, there is like very, very, very little carbon on these things. Look at that. That's good. That's good. See, it does a good job. And but anyway, you just continue that process all the way down with that. TV in the living room stays on YouTube. Hide the wires. Anyway, these tools, they're garbage, man. They do not stay on. They fall off. I don't care if somebody chimes in and says, well, you got to get a name brand. Well, see, this did come with like this Permatex, but it's still a suction cup, and they fall off if the spit dries up or whatever, and it's not going to stay on. I even tried to pull this off, and like, let's see if I can pull this off. See, I pulled this one off and put that in the drill. It still won't work. You have to have this if you're going to set your timing on the BMW. And it comes with everything, the tool for the timing. I've shown this before in a video. Come with a little fuel injector hammer here, to come with a flywheel lock, oil pump tool, all of it. I think the guy wanted like $129 for it, and I told him on eBay, I sent an offer of $100 and he accepted it, so I got it for $100. It's not bad. And I got a bunch of this Driven Joe Gibbs racing oil. It's a break-in oil, and it's really good, low detergent, high zinc, you know, no friction modifiers. But you don't have to go that expensive with it. I just want my piston rings, my new piston rings, to set in and marry themselves to those cylinder walls. And that's what you're after, you know. That's exactly what you want. It tells you right there. Chemically seals piston rings. Okay, but you don't have to have this super high dollar stuff. Okay, they make other stuff. That's like the most expensive Motul and Driven, you know. Valve stem seals did come in today. It's Cortico. They are an OE manufacturer. Got my front main seal. You know, they're pretty good. It's like genuine BMW, Victor Reigns, Cortico. You know, these are made in Italy. These are for the exhaust side. And these are the 8 for the intake side. And it comes with a little piece of plastic there that you put over the valve stem, and you slide the valve stem seal over it to keep from ripping the top of it. So you don't really have to use it. I mean, it's not going to rip it or anything, but that's what it's there for, and I will use it. But anyway, you saw how it's done, and it's a pretty good method, actually. This is a pretty good little method to use, as you see. It's got, you put that in the end of your drill course and slide that through your valve stem right here, where the keepers go. And man, you see what kind of work, you saw what kind of work it does. It really does a pretty good job. It does a really good job, it does. So I'm gonna go ahead and run through these exhaust valves one more time, like I did this one. They'll be done, and then the tool will be here tomorrow, and I'll go ahead and do the intake side when I get those springs off. See these springs right here? They ain't no joke, okay? They're under a lot of tension, and you have to take these, I think it's E8, take these E8s off, but you have to have that tool. See, it comes down through here. Got these feet on it that go through here. And then it comes up, and you got to place a little hole in the top of it that you can put your socket, and then take that off. And then once you take the E8 out, you can slowly let it down. And then you can pull that off. Of course, take this off. All your Valvetronic system needs to come out. And then you can take your intake cam off. Camshaft, your intake. I've already obviously got my exhaust cam off, and the lifters are out, and all of these valves. And see, as you see, this is just light carbon. There's nothing to this. I mean, I'll just use a little, I'll use that little Scotch-Brite pad right there, clean the carbon off of this, and I'll rock on with it. And I'll be ready to start assembling this thing back, because my timing chain came today, and I'll show you that in the next video, how cheap the old ones were. And I don't know, I mean, I'm just scared of them. I mean, you know, it's like, but the new ones, they're like a fluorescent green color, as I've mentioned, and they do seem to be built a lot better. So, and they claim they have fixed the timing chain issue, the timing chain guide issue. It's never the chain that breaks, it's the guide. And then it'll end up in your oil pan, and then you are screwed. But like I said, they've corrected it, and I haven't heard of anyone or read about anything or heard anyone say anything about the new ones failing on them or anything. So, but anyway, that's all for now.